Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Code and Chunks. So today we will do some data manipulation related to the pandas library. If you do not know how to use pandas in Python, so please watch the last 3 videos. And in the last video we covered that how we can do a real analysis, in which I covered some analysis, but we will do that step by step. I will not cover all the thing in one video, so it will be like bored for you. So firstly you will create your bit a bit understanding, then we will cover all the thing step by step. Okay, so in the last video I covered the real data, that is top 500 companies data, in which I did some analysis. Okay, so if you do not know, firstly watch the pandas video, that is the last video. And so in the last video, you can see we was reading that CSV file that I have downloaded from the Google. If you want to download the same thing, you can search top 500 companies stock CSV file. The Google will give you the link and you can download that. So here, like I am reading that file, and if you do not know how we can read that, so firstly you need to import the pandas library here. Okay, and I have provided a alias name, that is PD. Okay, and in the panda we have one method, read CSV, to read a CSV file. Then I have read that. So from the CSV file, if you want to suppose analysis the 5 top data, so this is a top 5 data, and if you will give 10 here, so it will give you 10 top data. Okay, now suppose you want to see the data from the bottom side. So we have had, now we have to see the bottom, we have tell. Okay, same thing you can do if you will write 20 here, so it will give you the last 20 rows. Okay, so this is the last 20 rows. Now suppose you want some mathematical data. Okay, so we have describe. Okay, so describe what do here, it will describe your data, what is the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum value, 25% value, maximum value, all the thing it will give you. Okay, so this is a describe method. Now suppose you want to see the type of all the columns. Okay, so you can see that current price is float, market capital is int. Okay, this is float, and this is strings, that's why it's showing as a object, because string is a object. Okay, and other thing is float and integer. Okay, so this is the types. If you want to see the types of the column, now suppose you want to see the null column, and CSV data not is null. I want to see is there any null value or not. So how I can see that? Okay, so this will give you the true and false. Okay, so as you guys know, so here you can see true means that is a null value. Okay, here we have null value. Okay, if I will, okay, so here 500 rows are there. Okay, there are 503 rows. So we cannot do the analysis at a single time of that. Now I want to calculate the sum. Okay, so it will give you how many null values I have in that column. So here you can see I have 29 columns, rows that are null in this column, and in the state I have 20 values that are null. Full-time employees I have 9 value that is null. Okay, so it will give you the total count. Okay, if suppose you want to fill those null value, so how you can fill that? Fill, we have one method, that is fill null na. Okay, fill na. So I want to fill that by 0. Now all the values are filled by the zeros. Those were the null value. So now if you will write is null, okay. So here we was getting as a true. Now you can see we are not getting if you want to calculate the sum also. So how you can do that? Okay. So there are zero null values. Okay. So this is how you can fill the null values. Now this will be if you will write is null here, and if you will calculate the sum, just wait to run that. Still we have those value. Why? Because I have not uh, written that in a CSV data. So uh, if I will return that and I will fill the value, fill null, so it will be a permanent thing. Okay, is null, so fill that by NA. So I can remove that. Okay, now in the CSV data, I will fill all the value by 0 and I will return that to a CSV. If you will not return that, so it will not impact on your data frame. So this is how you can fill the null values. But in the real example, we will not fill those value by null because of course, like not null, like if you will have a null value, so you will not fill that by zeros only. Why? Because you can see here full-time employees. So there should be a real data. And if you are filling that by zero, so I think that is not good. And suppose if you are deleting those values, okay, so that is also not good because you do not have nine full-time employee data. Instead of that, what you are doing, you are deleting all the columns for that data. Suppose I am telling you I have one student, okay, and in student data I do not have mobile number for those student. Okay, I have 9 student, for that I do not have mobile number, but I have other data like student name, father name, okay, address. So if I will delete that student data, I am missing all the other columns also. So you will not delete the data and you will not blindly fill that by zero. So we will do that some like real example I will explain you in the EDA session, in which we will see how we can do that. Okay, so that's it, how you can fill the null values, okay, and how you can do that, or how you can check how many null values, how you can check what is the type of that. Okay, if you want to see the top 5 rows, if you want to see the bottom 10 rows, so this thing we have covered. Okay, and don't worry if you want anything like more description, so just put it that in a comment. If you want, if you like want the any other courses like full stack development or Java or DevOps, so write those comments in the video. Hmm. Okay, so we will try to make the videos on that sessions also, and we will provide you the best explanation, okay, from our side. So that's it for today. Like the video and subscribe the channel.